They're not gonna put me in jail.
Please, just get your ID.
No, we can, just because we're black, we can sit it just like everybody else.
Oh, I love videos like this. I do, because we get to see all the nonsense, all the BS, because so many times we'll call out nonsense like this racism, and people will be, oh, this doesn't happen. That's not true. We're so past that. The United States is a better place. Okay, BS. Bullshit. Do you see this? Why didn't they ask anybody else? And that, moving past that poor family, those poor boys in the prime, I feel horrible about that. However, we also need to start recording the front entrances of places so we know what places these are at, so we can get the address, so we can know what businesses not to support anymore, which businesses to boycott, which businesses to call, which businesses to start leaving horrible reviews at. Also, so that we know where these people work at. Not from a doxing standpoint, of course, that'd be horrible, but from if anyone, wanted to just know where they worked at, who these Karens are, so they can't get other jobs. Just joking.
She's smiling because they're gonna call the police on me because I don't have an ID on me.
At a community pool in Chicago, a black father was spending time with his young sons, behaving politely and following every rule without causing the slightest trouble. Even so, he was relentlessly targeted and harassed by a white woman for no legitimate reason whatsoever. The woman baselessly accused them of trespassing and pestered the family nonstop. She even called the police twice, determined to drive this innocent father and his children away. To settle the dispute and prove his right to be there, the father showed valid proof of his pool access. Still, the unreasonable woman insisted on checking his personal ID. Who carries a government ID just to go swimming? This was nothing but petty, intentional harassment. When the police arrived, the father stayed calm and firm, refusing to comply with her absurd demands. Officers handled the situation fairly, sided with the father, and dismissed the woman's false accusations. Most infuriating of all, the woman smiled triumphantly as she watched the little boy crying in fear. Despite facing unfair prejudice and bullying, the father bravely took his sons into the pool, protecting their joy and winning the most honorable victory. Law-abiding citizens were targeted simply because of their skin color. Do you think this deliberate racial harassment should ever be forgiven?
So I guess these two think that it's a crime to swim while black and not have your ID on you, because they called the police on a black man and his two children who were just at the swimming pool where they belong. Y'all watch this.
I'm the only black man out here, so the nice white people come out here and tell me if I don't show them my ID, I have to leave, but no one else has to show their ID. So now she's going to call the police on me, and the police are going to come in front of my children. And they smiling. Look at her smiling. They're smiling. She's smiling. But our residents here.
I'm telling you, I don't want to be recorded.
You being recorded. I'll be here. When the police come, I'll be here. So now they're calling the police on me. Karen and her friend, she's smiling because they're going to call the police on me because I don't have an ID on me. Who takes an ID to the swimming pool? And not just that, nobody else has been asked to show their identification. All right, let's see how this works out. The white man, he's swimming. The guy, does the kid over there, does he need his ID? What?
You just get your ID.
I'm not getting my ID. I don't have to show them no ID to be at the pool. Karen up, and the other lady just smiling. This is crazy. I don't want y'all to be traumatized by this, though. No, don't cry. You don't have to cry. So have a seat, Kingston.
I want you to go in jail.
They're not going to put me in jail.
Please, just get your ID.
No, we can, just because we're black, we can sit it just like everybody else.
I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Karen and Karen Jr., apparently they're the pool police. And the fact that they continue when that baby just started crying, it just absolutely disturbed me. But this is the trauma that we tell you all about. At his young age, he's experienced this kind of trauma. It's disturbing. So Leo Sullivan is the black man behind the camera with his children. They were on vacation in Chicago. He's a national best-selling fiction author and also an independent filmmaker. Apparently, he's written more than 100 bestsellers, including street classic Life Without Hope. He also writes and directs popular movies such as Gangster's Daughter series, Hood Riches, On Everything I Love, and Life Without Hope films. These are available across Tubi, All Black, and Prime Video. He went on to tell the story that not only did they call the police on him at the pool, but they called the police on him again because he asked for the Karen's information, said that he was harassing and called them weird. However, they the one calling the damn police on someone at the pool and didn't ask anybody else out there for their identification, but just pointed him out. And we all know why he was pointed out. It's because he's a black man at the pool. It's disgusting and disturbing. I think this was a hotel because they were on vacation. I would love to know the name of the hotel. I mean, those two need to, face some consequences for that. I'm just so sad about that baby and the trauma that's associated. But they both said that lessons were learned. The little one said that, you can't reason with idiots. I love it. You all put your thoughts in the comments. It's Double D Mode for the Black Crit News.
If you're a white woman who doesn't harass black people just for existing and living their lives, make some noise! The bar is in hell. On today's episode of When You're Black, You're Never Really Lonely.
And tell me, if I don't show them my ID, I have to leave, but no one else has to show their ID. So now she's finna call the police on me, and the police are gonna come in front of my children. And they smiling. Look at her smiling. They're smiling.
I went to his Facebook page because I wanted to see what happened. And according to him, he was on vacation and he had paid to stay at this location, including the pool. But then Slave Patrol and superintendent of a school walked up and basically asked him to show his freedom papers. He says he actually did show proof that he was allowed to be there, but that wasn't enough. She wanted his ID. He didn't have it with him because, well, he's at the pool. So she called the police. And that's crazy for many reasons. Number one, because I can't believe she interrupted the police from accessing the flock cameras and stalking their ex-girlfriends just to come deal with the situation where she was actually the one harassing him. Let's go ahead and nip this in the bud right now. You're a private citizen. Why would he have to show you his ID? Did you ask everybody else at the pool for their ID?
Who takes an ID to the swimming pool? And not just that, nobody else has been asked to show their identification.
Right. Anyway, you seem to live in a community where there are a lot of people come and go. Maybe it's an Airbnb, maybe it's a sublet, maybe he's staying with a friend, maybe he owns the place. We don't know. The point is, you're not going to know everybody in a neighborhood that size. If you want to know every single person who steps onto the property, get your stacks up. Get you an acre, 2 acres of land, then you can control who comes in and off of your property. Until that time, I've seen enough. I'm ready to pronounce my sentence guilty on all counts, and my sentence is 34 consecutive life sentences, no leniency. Thank you. Next case.
All right, guys, welcome back again to the channel. So guys, I've seen lots of these Karens, videos where they keep harassing black people and other people, of course. Now, I don't know what is it with these Karens, but like they have sworn not to mind their business. So this man actually came to the pool with his boys to come and swim. And then here comes the Karen woman who was asking for his ID and threatening to call the cops on him and the children. I saw the boy was crying, oh, daddy, I don't want you to get arrested. I don't want you to go to jail. That is the fear these people have put into these kids. Now, if you're going to do your Karen thing, do it on your own. When you see a child there, when you see a child there, just know that you don't need to come there to embarrass yourself, okay? You don't need to come there to embarrass yourself in front of those children, in front of those kids, all right? You guys need to start respecting yourself and start respecting other people, okay? You walk into a store and you see someone following up and down like you're about to steal something. That's even before you started shopping. You go to a park, they will ask you, what are you doing here? Do you belong here? Like the nerve they will use and come to you to ask you those silly questions is what is provoking me. Like, what is you guys' business? These people are not doing anything wrong. You didn't see them doing something illegal or something wrong. So why are you embarrassing them? Like, why? What is there? Why is it giving you so much joy for you to start embarrassing people you don't even know? Especially black people. Black people have to deal with this every single day. Like, you wake up, you will go out, you don't even know what you're going to encounter, the kind of Karens you're going to encounter. Like, this shit is crazy, family. I don't know. It's really, really frustrating. Let me know what you think about this video, okay? And I'll come back with more commentaries. Stay with me.
This man was at the pool with his children. This pool was at a hotel that he was staying at in Chicago. This lady, who I guess works there, approached him and was asking for his ID and just wanted to check and make sure that he had the right to be there, that he was staying there. The problem is, this is a black man with his black children. He was the only person that was approached and asked to give identification to show that he was staying there. There was other people around, other people in the pool, other people on the lounge chairs because he was on a lounge chair. But this guy was the only person that was asked to show an ID. Now, he told the lady that he's at the pool. He doesn't have an ID. Who takes their ID when they go swimming? And she proceeded to call the cops on him. And smiling and laughing, the cops did come. I don't think we really had much of an update of what happened with the cops, but I think we can assume nothing because he was still there. He didn't get taken into custody or anything of that such. He did approach her again later and asked for like her name and her information, and she called him weird and refused to give it to him, and then called the cops on him again. So a second time, the cops went to his hotel room and talked to him. We also didn't get much of an update on that, but I can assume that it was probably the same instance. They just kind of left. Now, if they were going around and asking everybody at the pool to give identification to prove that they were able to stay there, that would be one thing. The problem is they only approached this one person and asked for them to prove that they were able to stay there. I can say that I have never, ever, ever, whenever I have stayed at a hotel and been at a pool, been asked to show identification to prove that I had a right to be there. Never.
So, all these videos we've been seeing on Facebook is happening to me and my son. What should we name her? Poolside Patty. That's going to be her name. Poolside Patty.
What apartment?
What apartment?
That's all. Who are you friends with? Who's your guest? Who are you?
We're swimming. And she's mad. She's just upset.
Oh, I'm mad.
Look at her. Look at her. Like, we're not even bothering anyone. It's just two people. Two people in the pool. Dom, you don't have to speak to her.
Yeah, in a private property pool.
Right. Here, you know what? Let's appease your anger. I'm gonna appease your anger, okay?
Who are you a guest of?
Hold this. Videotape me opening this gate.
All you have to do is tell me.
I don't know who you are, so I'm not gonna share my friend's name with somebody that I don't know.
Okay. You
Here's
can cry.
the key. Here's the key. Here's the key. Here's the key. Do you see me opening the gate? Watch this.
Well, then who is it? Who are you from? What apartment? That's all I'm asking. That's all I want to know. How do I not know that these were stolen? How do I not know? I don't know. How do I not know? All you have to do is tell me. Look, Facebook people, all they have to tell me is who's the guest. That's all. That's all. I want to know who are you the guest of? That's it. And I'll leave you alone. Who are you the guest of?
I'm sure you have nothing to do today, so just come hang out with
Do
us.
you
And
guys,
when he comes
do you
down,
know them?
when he comes down, they don't. I don't know anyone. Again. So
Just tell me and I'll walk away.
why don't you just come have a seat? Because I don't want to argue with you. It's a very nice day, and we helped him move, so he'll be down.
You said you didn't want to hurt me.
I said it's a very nice day.
No, you said something else.
It's on tape, so we can tape it. We can press play if you want.
I'm so scared.
Scared of what? Nobody's trying to.
Just tell me what apartment.
Come on, Don. Let me see you swim to the other side.
Because if they
Just ignore it. Hey, remember I told you sometimes in life you just have to ignore ignorance? So just ignore ignorance. Come on, let's go. They're here in the restroom. They'll be down in a while. Just have a seat. Just come in and have a seat. They'll be here eventually.
Excuse me. Please get out of the pool now.
Okay. Stu called the police. Anybody know this person?
Yeah, he's a resident.
Well, he's a resident. He should know who he is.
Folks, it's not a big serious deal. Let him do his thing, man. It's fine, okay?
Well, we can let him do his thing.
There you go.
If Collier County comes around, though.
I know, you said that once and sees them. I understand. It's okay.
All right.
Good work, though.
I'm the one here that's brave enough to stand up and tell you you're being inappropriate. You're ashamed of yourself. This is my neighborhood for over 20 years.
A middle-aged woman called the police after becoming upset over another woman's bikini style at a community pool, later demanding $1,000 in compensation for her child's emotional distress. According to a cell phone video, the incident began when the filmer and her friend were swimming at the neighborhood pool. The friend was wearing a bikini that showed her figure, which appeared to anger the woman. She confronted them, claimed the swimsuit was inappropriate, and tried to force them to leave, even though she herself was also wearing a bikini. The argument escalated as the woman repeatedly threatened to call the police. She insisted she had lived in the community for 20 years and claimed the pool belonged to her, treating the shared space as if she had authority over who could be there and what they could wear. When police arrived, the woman did not back down. Instead, she demanded the younger woman pay $1,000, claiming her child suffered psychological harm after seeing the bikini. Officers rejected the demand and told her clearly that there was no law against the swimsuit and no basis for compensation. They explained that if she was uncomfortable, she was free to leave the pool herself.
Instant Karen karma. Did you hear about the lady who saw a black man opening up an apartment door with his key and thought that he looked suspicious, so she called the police on him? In Boston, this lady comes in the hallway. She sees a black man opening an apartment next to hers with the key. She says, "Are you sure you live there? I've never seen you before." And he says, "Yes, I moved in last week." And she said, "Well, you look suspicious." And she proceeded to call the police on him. But guess what? That black man was the new police chief of the Boston Police Department. Of course, when she found out who he was, she was very apologetic. However, it was too late. So he proceeded to sue her, causing her to lose her job, be evicted from the apartment complex. And the best part of it all, Boston Police Chief Marcus Thompson was awarded $120,000 in his defamation case against Jennifer Morrison. Chef's kiss. And the moral of the story is, as always, mind your own business.
Texas, a firefighter is arrested after drawing an AR on children at a birthday party. Happy Monday, everyone. It's not summer yet, but we already have our first Karen and Kens of the summer. Every single year, we have poolside Karens and Kens that are the exact same scenario every single time. It's 2024, and we already have our first poolside Karen of the summer.
So you think I paid $2,000 for nothing? It's wrong that you're going to think that you can police people.
A Karen and or Ken, who are usually drunk, decide that they are going to enforce community pool rules at the site of people of color, then end up targeting completely innocent people, becoming the very threat they were trying to stop. These poolside Karen and Ken scenarios are a big lesson in profiling. Each time someone makes a fool of themselves because there was previously some sort of robbery or previously some sort of trespassing or something in the neighborhood that has everybody on high alert. And when you're on high alert, worried about people coming into your community, and the first person you accuse are a bunch of black kids or a bunch of brown kids, well, I mean, that's profiling. And because we live in a country where everyone is armed and they want to play hero, unfortunately, we end up with many villains. Say hello to Kevin Brown. Oh, that name sounds familiar.
I try to help you be a thinking woman.
Oh, yeah. And this is his wife, Aiden Brown. We had a Hayden last week, have an Aiden this week. Get ready for Braden next week. What had happened is during a child's birthday party at the community pool that the residents had reserved for the party, they had held the door open for the other guests who were coming to the party. Now, mind you, these guests were other kids that lived in the community also. And of course, parents were there. Parents were there the entire time. But what happened is Aiden decided to yell at the kids about them holding the door open, and the mom came by and said,
"Don't speak to my child. You need to come and get me because I'm here. I didn't just drop her off with friends. Like, we're literally in the clubhouse and you see me walk to get slushies to these kids this entire time. So you know a parent was there." While we're having this conversation, her friend is kind of behind me in the pool and she says, "Do you even live here?" So I tell her, "I'm not even talking to you, first of all." So I'll continue my conversation with the other crazy lady in the black swimsuit. And I tell her, I said, I came to tell you, do not discuss anything with my kid. If you have an issue with something that my child is doing, you need to come and address me. So she was like, well, I mean, were you the reason why the cops were called earlier? I said, you know what? Clearly, she's intoxicated. I'm not about to have a conversation with someone who's intoxicated and belligerent. Okay? So I walk away. When I'm walking away, other parents from the parents of the other kids who live in the subdivision approach her and tell her basically the same thing. So they have a back and forth. I'm leaving at this, like, I'm already going back to the clubhouse, which happens to be locked with my phone and my key fob that would open the clubhouse. So about maybe like 3 or 4 minutes later, I hear the kids start screaming. They're like, he has a gun. He has a gun. So they like disperse. They're trying to find cover. So they try to go into the clubhouse, but mind you, it's locked because nobody's in there. Everybody's kind of like outside of the clubhouse. And then you see this, her husband, Mr. Kevin Paul Brown, who happens to be a Irvin firefighter. He's walking over, pointing an assault rifle at the pool area that's filled with kids. She comes out of their home, backing up with her arms up, and then they cuff her. It takes forever for this guy to come out of his house because remember, he's putting his rifle, his assault rifle away. Okay, they finally put cuffs on him. Come to find out, Mr. Firefighter Brown, the Irvin, Texas, he is out and about living his life. His charges, come to find out, were disorderly conduct. Intoxicated with a rifle, going to a community pool is disorderly conduct.
That is absolutely irresponsible and unhinged behavior, and any gun owner would agree with that too. Disorderly conduct is not the appropriate charge for bringing an AR to a kid's birthday party.
This is in response to my Pool Full of Karens video. I want to give you guys a part 2. So many people asked for one, but nothing worth filming happened. They went to our manager, what a shocker, and she was like, your class was over. They can play their music if they want to. What do you want from me?
For watching that video. If you find it very interesting, please make sure to like, of course, support the channel by subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, and stay safe.